Something about these wheels. I don't know exactly how I did this, but like several of these little dust caps are dented in, and that looks bad. All the rubber inserts are cracking or popping out. Those things just don't last very long. I don't really like the rubber inserts, so I think I'm just going to replace them with solid steel caps. These lug nuts are starting to get a little rounded off and stuff, and then somehow I managed to get a bunch of orange overspray on the hubs. So, well, those are drums, but these use a combination of drum hub, drum hum, dum dum dum. Anyway, I also would like to do something about these wheels, because I don't like the black, especially now that it's kind of starting to flake off. So the first step is going to be to clean these off, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll say that up front. But I think I'm going to clean them off, put some masking tape on these valve stems, and mask off the tires, and then I think I'm going to mask off like an outer ring, and I don't know how it'll look, but I think I'm going to replace the lug nuts with some new ones, so I don't really care about getting paint on these. And I think I'm going to do white inners, red outers, and like a chrome hubcap and lug nuts, maybe just to make it look a little bit nicer. Don't want to go crazy, just, I don't know, something about having pride in your stuff. So let's get to work. Alright, I just used this paint to paint the trailer a couple days ago. And it is, yeah, it's still nicely mixed up. So, like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing, but what's the worst that happens? You screw up a fresh Rust-Oleum paint job, you know? Oh yeah, we're pinstriping now. We're gonna need a lot more paint on the brush, I can already tell that. I just don't want it to be so much that it like slings off. This doesn't seem like it's enough paint. I've always read it's like the bottom third of the bristle or whatever, but I've never been good at painting by brush. That's why I bought the paint maker, paint machine, paint sprayer. Charlie, no. Maybe going a lot slower is the way to go with the brush. Charlie, come on. The neighbors are putting up a fence, so you're going to hear some banging and clanging in the back, and the dogs are probably not going to be too happy about it. It's fine though. That's fine. Alright. Well, as I had mentioned several times, like I'm just not a brush painting guy, so I know there's lots of people out there that enjoy painting. They love painting with the brush. They find it relaxing or whatever, cathartic. Yeah, I'm not. That's not me. That is not me. It seems like what's happening is the paint's kind of pooling on wherever I first put it on, and then each subsequent rotation of the wheel is just kind of like picking up some of that paint back on the brush. I think it would go faster if we just did the outer lips. You get like most of the look I'm going for. But we're dripping. We're dripping up here. I'll pick that up with a brush. A little drip. Not a big deal if it just drips on that, but probably a bigger deal if it starts dripping down on the white. I'll have to nip it in the bud. Alright. Yeah, probably, I don't know. You know, I thought about thinning this out. And the advantage of thinning it out is that it sort of self-levels, this Rust-Oleum. You do some mineral spirits in it. The bad part about it is it would drip easier, and I'm trying to avoid it dripping actually, so we'll do what we can with what we got. Alright. We're getting down to what I really feel is going to be the tricky part, which is getting down in that groove. On here and do it here by the valve stem. That's going to be like a little messy section, I think. Hard to be smooth there. We did it now. Got it on the white. This, I mean, once you get it on the white, like, there's no going back. You know, you're gonna have to repaint it. So yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Touch that spot up though. Okay, so we got a couple other spots there on the white. Like, I don't know if it's worth trying to take a little dab of mineral spirits to that because it's such fresh white paint. Like, I like the way it looks. It's pretty good. Other than that, wow, we got a lot of paint down here by the lip. Give it a spin, see if we can pick some of that back up. There we go. Down. Just go over a few of those little rougher spots. that looks pretty good. All right, I just finished up painting these. I think I got better as I went on. Kind of got a better technique, but I've just been spinning these occasionally. There's just a little bit of extra paint on them, and it's fine. I just don't want it to kind of accumulate in one place. That first one's really the worst. The look I was going for, I don't know how it'll look. I really kind of feel like it looks like a clown car right now, but we'll see. I've got a couple other things I want to change on it, like I said before, but it's done. I feel like my brush painting skills got a little better, so we'll let that dry and move on to the next part of this, which I guess for now will be when the lug nuts come in. I'm going to pull these wheels off, repack the bearings, paint the hubs, and then we'll put it all back together with the new lug nuts and the new dust caps. Alright, this red paint has had a few hours to dry here. I'm sure it's not all the way hardened yet, but it's a nice sunny day, so it shouldn't take too long. I'm going to go ahead and peel some of this tape off and see what it looks like with no tape. I would like to go ahead and do the bearings today, but with this paint so soft, just trying to put the socket on to spin the lug nuts off would probably end up tearing up the paint. And I know that probably once I take those lug nuts off, I may need to touch up the white paint on the wheels. I mean, I want it to look nice, but I'm not trying to be like too obsessive over this. I'm sure there's people watching this that think I'm being too obsessive. I'm sure there's people watching this that can't stand the fact that I didn't like mask off when I painted those. Hey, I'm just happy you're watching it either way. But there we go. I was kind of hoping it would all just peel off at once, but it doesn't really want to. Alright, that looks a lot better with the tape off. And then, you know, this is going to be, oops, it's still very wet. These will be chrome, and this will be chrome, and this will be painted black. So I think that'll look pretty good. I think I might give that a little more time before I try and pull that masking tape off. And once I'm pretty confident this is all cured, I'm going to take a rag and go around the tire with some kerosene or something just to clean up that little bit of white paint. But that, I think that'll look good. There you go, you can see it from a little further back. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Alright, it's a windy day. It's like the worst possible day to try and do paint work, but since we're not going for like a concourse style finish here, we'll go back around and torque these all down with the torque wrench. Alright, that's all she wrote for this side. Now that it's all together, I actually kind of like the way the wheels look. I am sure I will get at least one or two comments of people that either like them or don't like them. The only thing I really wish I would have done different is to just leave that white stripe around the outside. I think that would have looked kind of a little sharper, but I think it looks good. What do you think of the trailer wheels, baby? Did you see them?
Yeah, I got the mail.
Okay. Do you like the red and the white?
Wait, what white?
Right there, the red and the white wheels. Yeah. All right. once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. I appreciate your subscribes. I appreciate your likes, and like I've said before, I like the stuff that you guys are doing too. So, all right, guys. Well, have a good night, and I will see you on the next video.